Hello everyone, Daria here, and welcome to episode number 85 of the Slow Russian Language Podcast. Today we're gonna talk about smoking in Russia, and this episode was requested by Emma. But before we dive into the content, let me say a couple of words about the Real Russian Club housekeeping stuff. Recently, I've launched my new course, Russian Vocabulary Booster. It's on my website, realrussianclub.com, and the important part is that it's only 2 days left to join by special offer. $30 for only 2 days, and then the price will go up to $45. It's the course of the 15 lessons covering different topics from our daily life, like around the house, money, emotions, relationships, work, studying, all that stuff is there. So be sure to check the show notes for this episode if you want to join my Russian Vocabulary Booster. The link will be there. And now, let's get to the episode. First, listen to the text, and then I'll translate it and explain some interesting vocabulary. Here we go. Давайте поговорим о курении в России. Для начала некоторые факты. Население России – одно из самых курящих в мире. Примерно 1/3 взрослого населения регулярно курит сигареты. В 2013 году правительство запретило рекламу сигарет и курение в общественных местах. Минимальный возраст для покупки табака 18 лет. Что касается моего личного опыта, я знаю только одного человека, который регулярно курит. Это моя свекровь. Остальные курильщики, которых я знала, давным-давно бросили курить. Okay, now let's translate this short text. The first sentence. Let's talk about smoking in Russia. Давайте поговорим о курении в России. Pay attention to the verb поговорить. Recently, I received a question from one of my students, and he asked, what's the difference between говорить, to speak, and поговорить, with that по. So, говорить is kind of a long-term process, like everyday stuff. For example, some troubled girl who is very concerned about your relationships, and she says, oh, you've become so distant, we need to talk more, нам нужно говорить больше, and говорить more and more and more every day until he dumps her eventually. So, говорить is like an everyday stuff in general. And поговорить is about this very special conversation. For example, you noticed that your teenage son is smoking secretly, and you come to him and say, we need to talk. Нам нужно поговорить. So this one time, not like talking about smoking every day, but one time you saw him smoking, you want to stop it, you talk to him. This is what is поговорить. And like here, let's talk about smoking in Russia now in this episode. Поговорим о курении в России. So we talk about it now, one time. I'm not going to talk about it with you tomorrow. So we use поговорим. Okay, the next sentence. First, some facts. Для начала некоторые факты. So first, actually in Russian is первый, but here we say для начала. Literally it means for the beginning, or as a beginning, let's talk about some facts. So для начала, first some facts. Некоторые факты. Russia has one of the largest smoking populations in the world, with nearly 1/3 of its adult population smoking cigarettes regularly. Whew, long sentence. We'll divide it into parts. Население России одно из самых курящих в мире. So the population of Russia, население России, одно из самых курящих в мире. One of the largest smoking populations in the world. With nearly 1/3 of its adult population smoking cigarettes regularly. Примерно 1/3 взрослого населения регулярно курит сигареты. The word примерно means nearly or approximately. Like how many people were there at the party? Approximately 1,000. Maybe it's some Indian wedding. Примерно 1000. So approximately, about, nearly. In Russian it's примерно. And also регулярно курит сигареты. What a great practice for rolling your R. Like регулярно курит сигареты. Great practice. Okay, so the word regularly is very easy to remember because it's just the same. Регулярно. For example, he works out regularly. Он регулярно занимается спортом. What a good person. Okay, the next sentence. In 2013 or 2013, I can never remember how to do it correctly. So, in that year, the government banned cigarettes advertising and smoking in public places. В 2013 году правительство запретило рекламу сигарет и курение в общественных местах. So to ban something means запретить. So it's prohibited. Запретить что-то. Cigarette advertisement. Реклама сигарет. So they don't show it on TV anymore. And in the 90s, it was terrible. It was like non-stop. Alcohol and cigarettes were on TV all the time. Like, smoke, it's super awesome, be cool. Not that stuff anymore, thank goodness. And even before the movie starts, there is a little line, like a line of subtitles at the bottom, and they say like smoking is dangerous, and smoking is demonstrated in this movie. Smoking kills you, so it's going kind of ridiculous already. So the advertisement was banned, рекламу запретили и курение в общественных местах, smoking in public areas, public places. So public place, общественное место, and those are schools, universities, stores, subway stations, and of course restaurants and cafes. I am so happy they banned this stuff. I'm sorry, smokers, but I just hated the smell there. It was terrible. Every time I went to meet my friends in some cafe, like for a cup of coffee during the day, having lunch, and then you come home and your hair and your clothes just smells awfully disgusting. Oh, I hate it so much. So thank goodness they banned this stuff. So now smokers go outside and smoke outside. It's not a problem. So again, I so much support this stuff because I don't want to smell of cigarettes because I don't like smoking. So okay, moving on. The minimum age to purchase tobacco is 18 years old. Минимальный возраст для покупки табака 18 лет. Same with alcohol. And actually, since 2013, this rule really works. They ask for a passport. For example, I'm 30 and they always ask me for my passport. Well, it's kind of compliment, so they think I'm under 18, which is ridiculous, obviously. I have a lot of wrinkles on my face. But yeah, every time they do. So they won't sell you cigarettes or alcohol if you are under 18 years old. That's good. Because I remember my classmates, boys who were like 14, 15, they were smoking constantly. It was terrible. So now at least the law works properly. 18 лет, 18 years. And the last passage. As for my own experience, I know only one person who smokes regularly. My mother-in-law. Что касается моего опыта. As for my own experience, моего личного опыта. It means as for my personal experience or as for my own experience. This construction as for something in Russian is что касается something. Literally, it means what touches something and then something. Что касается моего опыта. I know only one person who smokes regularly. Я знаю только одного человека, который регулярно курит. My mother-in-law. Моя свекровь. So mother-in-law, the mother of your husband, is свекровь. And in Russia, the parents from your spouse are called differently for a husband and a wife. It's not like in English, everyone is mother-in-law and father-in-law, no matter whose parents they are. In Russian, the parents of your husband are свекр and свекровь. And the parents of a wife are тесть and теща. And if it seems confusing, again, I'm being all salesy now. Join my Russian vocabulary booster. All those relatives are there waiting for you to learn them. So, моя свекровь. She is a crazy, obsessed smoker. She smokes a lot, like every hour. And yeah, I don't know what she's doing and why, but she is a smoker. Она регулярно курит. And she's the only person I know. So just to statistics. Because in the first passage I said that the Russian population is like crazy smoking people. And actually, I know only one person who smokes. So the last sentence, all the other smokers I knew quit smoking long time ago. Остальные курильщики, которых я знала, давным-давно бросили курить. And I used to know a lot of smokers. My parents were smoking, my brother was smoking, several of my friends were smoking. So all of them just quit and they don't think that smoking is cool anymore. Thank goodness. And here I want to pay your attention to the word давным-давно. давно, meaning long time ago. Of course, you can say just давно. It's somewhere in the past, but to sound more natural, more Russian, you can say давным-давно, meaning very long time ago. I don't know how to say it in English. And for example, in Star Wars, a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, that's how it's translated in Russian. Давным-давно, в далекой галактике. So, useful word. Давным-давно. That's it for the text. Now let me read it again a little bit faster. Listen. Давайте поговорим о курении в России. Для начала некоторые факты. Население России – одно из самых курящих в мире. Примерно одна треть взрослого населения регулярно курит сигареты. В 2013 году правительство запретило рекламу сигарет и курение в общественных местах. Минимальный возраст для покупки табака – 18 лет. Что касается моего личного опыта, я знаю только одного человека, который регулярно курит. Это моя свекровь. Остальные курильщики, которых я знала, давным-давно бросили курить. Okay, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Thank you, Emma, for requesting it. And if you want to request some topic, contact me. Check out the show notes for this episode and you will find my email address and everything else. And again, only 2 days left to join my Russian vocabulary booster course. I'll be very happy to see you among my students. And that's it for today. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope to see you in the next episode of the Slow Russian Language Podcast. Bye-bye!